Well, India's market regulator has allowed stock exchanges to extend trading in equity derivatives by more than 8.5 hours starting the 1st of October. Exchanges have been permitted to set their trading hours between 9 a.m. and 11:55 p.m. As of now, trading is allowed from 9:15 in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon. The revised timings will align stock and commodity exchange timings. To speak more on this, Vikram Limaye is joining us now. He is the MD and CEO of the National Stock Exchange, and we're going to ask him about how this move will impact trade. Thank you so much, Mr. Limaye, for speaking with us here on Bloomberg Quint. Is the NSE ready to extend trading hours in equity derivatives, and will this be done at one go or in a staggered attempt?
So as you've read the circular, it says that we can only launch this from the 1st of October. Yeah. And we will be certainly ready well before the 1st of October to provide extended trading hours for equity derivatives.
Okay. What impact do you anticipate on trading volumes, Mr. Limaye?
My expectation is trading volumes will increase, but we'll see. Time will tell. That's my current expectation.
What is the response you are anticipating from international investors?
We haven't really spoken to anyone in terms of their reaction to this announcement, but it should be viewed as a positive. I think it is a positive development, and it is something that is good for investors and for markets. I think we're trying to evolve our markets to global benchmarks and global standards. As you know, globally, the derivatives markets are open well beyond the cash markets, and this is a step in the right direction. It does give investors an opportunity to hedge market risk beyond the traditional cash market hours. And therefore, it's a good thing for investors. If there are any events that happen after close of cash market in the Indian context, it still provides an opportunity for Indian investors as well to hedge their market risk.
Will this also help combat some loss of trade that perhaps the SGX move gave to NSE? Will this even the ground in a sense?
I don't know, because I don't think this has anything to do with the SGX situation. This has been something that has been in the works and has been discussed for some time. So I wouldn't link this announcement to what the exchanges announced surrounding index licensing and data and the situation surrounding SGX.
All right, let me come to some basics. I asked you about impact, but specifically, what impact do you see extended hours having on volatility, on volumes?
See, it's very difficult to predict because only time will tell how this evolves. It's a function of liquidity. It's a function of how many people actually trade after market, etc. So it's very hard for me to tell you how this will evolve. It's premature to comment on that.
Okay. Do you think the appetite is there for these extended hours? Do you think that kind of volume and interest will come in?
I do believe that there will be enough interest in trading in the extended hours.
All right. And do you think that the market infrastructure will be ready by the 1st of October, whether it's brokerage firms or traders? Do you think that the whole system will be ready for the transition?
I think so, because the commodity markets are open till late at night, and this is only extending trading hours to another segment. So there's no reason why, from an infrastructure perspective, we shouldn't be ready by October 1st. We have to be ready anyway because we're going to be offering commodity contracts from October 1st. So this is just offering extended hours and the same kind of trading hours to another segment.
Okay, what are the biggest challenges you see, if any, Mr. Limaye, before you make this transition, and what do you see as the long-term impact?
So, this announcement is only 2 or 3 hours old. So we'll discuss things internally. We will obviously develop the right risk management, settlement frameworks. And then we'll have a discussion with SEBI. As the circular says, SEBI will also review our readiness. And I think, as I've said before, this is long-term, good for markets, good for investors. And so that's the spirit in which everybody's got to look at this.
Oh, just one last small point. Do you think that there will be more institutional investors who will benefit from this, or do you even see maybe more retail investors coming into the flow with these extended trading hours?
I think it will be a mix of both. It certainly gives an opportunity for retail investors to also trade late into the night. And my hope is that this gives an opportunity for institutional investors to hedge their market risk for corporate events and announcements that happen beyond the regular cash market trading hours.
All right. Thank you so much for speaking with us. That was CEO and MD of the National Stock Exchange, Vikram Limaye, speaking on extended trading hours for equity derivatives.